Set.
Nugent gets out pretty quickly, right over the far side. Conrad started fast, so did Tia Jones as well. But Tia Jones just has the lead at the minute. Camacho Quinn is charging, and also Xavier Williams, but it's going to be Jones who gets it. That's a surprise.
Guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, I am Geneva. This is Geneva in General. And please allow me to apologize if you hear my dryer running in the background. It's Sunday, it's my laundry day. I got laundry going on right now. But again, I've been meaning to do this video about, the track athlete and star Tia Jones and her fiance / ex-fiance possibly, Xavier Worthy. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL, okay? It was breaking news last month. This happened late March, okay, last month, that Xavier Worthy, what had happened first was that he had been booked, okay? He was arrested for DV, okay? I can't say the word because, YouTube be tripping, but intimate partner, violence. And then it had further came out, pretty much what had happened was he gave his attorneys, all the text messages on his phone, pretty much proving his innocence. They immediately released this man, okay? Because it was first reported that, he got, booked up and hemmed up by the law because he had put his hands on her. According to him in his testament, those text messages in the phone, she was trying to extort him. He had to hire a private investigator, okay, a PI, because he had, doubts, he had suspicions that she was cheating on him. And those suspicions have been confirmed through the private investigator. Of course, this upsets him. And he, he's like, you got to get your things, pack up your bags, and get up out my house. Now, mind you, he only 21 years of age. He was engaged to this woman, or possibly still engaged. Because again, I got a little update. Okay, I was waiting for some more information to come out because I find this story disturbing, sad, and it's all around just a hot mess. Okay, it's been a lot of DV going on. Again, I can actually do 2 videos today about some NFL players or / college football players, okay? The other one, the latest, just yesterday, I believe it's pronounced Quaydarius Davis. It's a freaking Ring camera video, okay? He's in college right now. His NFL prospects should be all but gone. They better be gone. Of him choking out his girlfriend unconscious, okay? It's just so ridiculous, what's going on in the football world. But as it pertains to Xavier Worthy, again, the police had to immediately release this man because he really, he was able to prove his innocence when he showed them the text messages of her trying to extort him, of her getting caught cheating while he was away at games, for the Kansas City Chiefs. It was just a hot mess. It was to the point where this woman had put her hands on him. She literally snatched out like a dread or two, okay? He used to have dreads. He literally just, got the taper fade because it was like a hole, in his head where she snatched the dreads out of his head, okay? Clearly she did not want to be put out the house. Now, again, he's only 21 years of age. In my opinion, that's very young to be engaged to be married. But again, it's like if you find your person, you find your person. Now he's 21 years of age. Tia Jones is 24. So she's just a little bit older than him, kind of, I wouldn't say a strange dynamic. It is men who like older women. It's older women who are willing to date younger men. But it's just like, again, they both too young and at the same time too old for this foolishness. Now, guys, Tia Jones, guys, she had a huge comeback. What had me, inspired me to do this video is because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna insert my video before my commentary where you can see her just go. She literally crushed everybody, crushed the competition out there in Jamaica just last week in the 100-meter hurdles. Okay, she was with all this going on in her mind, even though obviously she's not the victim. Okay, according to all the allegations and stuff that has come out in court. But again, I was waiting for this update because it seems as though she dropped a restraining order on him. Why she put a restraining order on the victim allegedly, I don't know. And then it seems as though he is actually no longer suing her for damages. Again, he took it to court and saying I want my money because this woman has damaged my property when I tried to put her out the house because she was out here sneaking and creeping around and she wasn't having it. And that's when she got aggressive physically with him and snatched dreads out of his head. Again, this is just a hot mess. But again, on TikTok, it's a video. I'm gonna insert it in my commentary I'm inserting it in this video prior to my commentary. Everybody in the comments was like, congratulations to Tia. But then you had a lot of people saying what? I can't believe she's even allowed to show up and participate in these track events. Again, guys, I'm a pretty, big fan of track. Which is why I wanted Angel Reese to interview the Sha'Carri Richardson. Again, I ran track as a child. All of my siblings, my brother, my sister, we all ran track. My mom ran track. I grew up around, a lot of people who ran, who did track and field. And I'm a fan of it, women's track, specifically, us Americans, but also, the Brazilians and mainly the Jamaicans. And I see, Tia Jones, I ain't gonna lie, I was applauding her, okay, not to be hypocritical, but some people was like, why is she even allowed to participate in these track events with all the stuff that she got going on? She is in some hot water. This woman is crazy. She's a hot mess. She believes in, violently acting against a loved one, i.e. your partner, and that's not okay. Guys, this is an article brought to you by KVU.com titled Xavier Worthy, Ex-Fiancé Ending Legal Battle. It reads, legal disputes between current Kansas City Chiefs and former Texas wide receiver Xavier Worthy and his ex-fiancée appear to be coming to an end. Court records show that Worthy's lawsuit filed against his ex-fiancée, Tia Jones, as well as a request for a protective order, has been dropped. Jones is also aiming to dismiss a protective order she filed against Worthy. So again, that's where it is right now. He had filed a lawsuit, trying to sue her for some money, and also I'm pretty sure defamation because all the allegations. Again, he got arrested first. Initially, he was the one who was in cuffs and got booked, not her. And then she is also trying to dismiss a protective order that she filed against him, even though the allegations are saying that he's the victim, not her. It says Worthy was arrested by the Williamson County Sheriff's Office on March 8th on a charge of assaulting a family member by impeding their breathing or circulation, a third-degree felony in Texas. The Williamson County District Attorney's Office later dropped the charge. Worthy later referenced the conflict as a misunderstanding fueled by emotional stress. On March 24th, Worthy filed a lawsuit against Jones, alleging that she assaulted him and stole or destroyed more than $150,000 in cash and property. In his lawsuit, Worthy alleged that Jones fabricated the allegations of abuse and that she became enraged after he asked her to move out of the home they were living in. He says in the lawsuit that Jones assaulted him, ripping out his hair and destroying his game room. Worthy, who was originally from California, spent 3 years playing football at the University of Texas at Austin, where he was named first team All-Big 12 twice. He was also the Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year in 2021 after catching 12 touchdowns in 12 games for the Longhorns. The Chiefs then selected Worthy 28th overall in the 2024 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 59 catches for 638 yards and 6 touchdowns, while also rushing 20 times for 104 yards and 3 touchdowns. Again, it's like I made this video because again I was just waiting for that update. Like, could there possibly be, a reconciliation between them? Again, he didn't drop the lawsuit, for the money and the damages and the cash that she stole or damaged allegedly from his property. And likewise, she has also dropped the pending restraining order that she had took out on him. Again, I just wish that people would get it together. Again, like, this is not a good example of how young black love should be. It's just dysfunctional, violent, chaotic, immature. You're cheating on this man. You got a lot of black men, bashing her, and rightfully so, but also bashing other black women. It's like, black women, like, she messing it up for all the track girlies. And, this is why there's like, ain't no hope for the average man. You got these women wilding out. This man is about to sign like a multi-million-dollar contract, I forgot, in the NFL, or he just did. And she cheating. It's like, what can you do with these women? It's like, you're living in a mansion. You ain't got to pay no bills, more than likely. You're living in a beautiful home. You got a young, handsome football player, and you out here creeping on them. It's like, this is just a bad look for everybody involved. Again, I'm happy that Tia Jones was able to crush the 100-meter hurdles in Jamaica. Okay, the Jamaican women, they be coming with that heat. It is not easy to defeat them. But at the same time, if what she did is true, the allegations placed on her name, and these are allegations, okay, she needs to be held accountable by the law.